Miracles Dennis Abuaje, and I said Dennis Miracles Abuaje, a director of local government services at the office of the president. Na ɔde bi atudwa ɔde bi egu emonten so concerning a Bank of Ghana 60 billion loss during 2022. The year no anam so a minority caucus of parliament, and then the NDC in general blaste Bank of Ghana blaste omo kasa de ti omo enye asem ketwa kra, and all these allegations and then all these blames de Bank of Ghana no during the tenure of the NDC, and also during the time the NDC was in office no experiences and way be. But then if the NPP before coming into power just competent, if they are doing much worse than the NDC did, then any other option. But then to make sure say replace these people incompetent in the current government. Enti Atto force and NDC other NDC members say Bank of Ghana governor Dr. Ernest Addison and deputies some few time say and free post free Bank of Ghana media aiding Dr. Ernest Addison as the Bank of Ghana governor, and then his deputies free post and yes sir, after the few days so this so anya dia and ankasa no picketing Bank of Ghana, and then during the picketing two Bank of Ghana their free office dragging their free office, and together with deputies and I can be Miracle Dennis Abuaje. You can do all your politics. Ghanaians will remember Kufuor for good. And someone Dennis Miracles Abuaje we thought bra NDC akasa ansem ka obano enka obekasa straight to the NDC blast on, but then he said you can do all your policies, but then Ghanaians will remember President Nana Addo Kufuor. It means there is something that Ghanaians needs to know about this Bank of Ghana saga and all other stuff. It's my uncle na Miracles Abuaje ne sem o kan na mu chiri mu yenko na yenko TV enfamra. Was it Dennis Miracles Abuaje, director of local government services at the office of the president, says Ghanaians will in the future remember President Nana Addo Kufuor and his government intervention in saving their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to him, the citizenry seem to have suddenly forgotten the president's sacrifice in safeguarding them against the deadly disease that swept across the world and claimed millions of lives. He said this in relation to the brouhaha concerning the Bank of Ghana incurring 60 billion loss, that's 60 billion Ghana cedis loss in 2022, and the minority's call for the resignation of the Bank of Ghana governor, the resignation of governor of the bank, that's Dr. Ernest Addison and his deputies. The Bank of Ghana recorded a staggering loss of 60.8 billion, which is equivalent to $6 billion. This is twice the amount. To receive from our recent IMF bailout. Minority leader Atto told journalists during their event dubbed Moment of Truth. The bank also recorded a negative equity of over 55.1 billion Ghana cedis. What this simply means is that the Bank of Ghana is insolvent. The Bank of Ghana is insolvent. They added and as well blamed the president for this mess, saying the once prestigious Bank of Ghana, the mother of all banks in Ghana, has been bankrupted and collapsed by this NPP economic management team led by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, with the complicity of the governor at the central bank. But Dennis Miracles Abuaje justified why government rallied on the Bank of Ghana, stating it did so to save the lives of citizens. He reminded Ghanaians of many measures that were installed by government during the COVID-19 pandemic, such as government paying allowances to workers during the lockdown, free provision of water and food the cost of quarantining people to curtail the disease, among others, all of which demanded money. Where was the money coming from? What was government supposed to do? Government was supposed to pretend as if once there is no money, there is nothing to do and allow people to die. He questioned. Miracles Dennis Abuaje said during the COVID-19 pandemic, yeah, quarantine for yeah, my allowances in the Keka Hone, him fa, and she can every buy. And she said, minority of Mokasa, or any Sanu Marine now, and Sana, or Mobi become. I wondered why the Bank of Ghana are today being penalized for their good decision, stressing this basically comes to confirm the long-standing position of government that the economy was doing very, very well and was on growth path between 2017 and 2019 until COVID came. Miracles also blasted the minority and opposition National Democratic Congress for their position on the matter, saying you can do all these politics and partisanship, but then Ghanaians who experience the situation know that when it comes to the COVID-19 management, this government has done this country a lot of good, and in the future, maybe not today, maybe not 10 years from now, in the future, every single person that lived between 2020 and now will remember Nana Akufo-Addo and NPP government. He made this comment on Peace FM's Kokoko show Monday morning, and he said, and so esi etie eno no enti say minority omo nsem a omo eka na Bank of Ghana edi Ghana hwamo because we sika sabre no anasisika omo elusu ye 2022 60.8 billion Ghana cedis 60.8 billion Ghana cedis o converted the dollars and obi na $6 billion, and then Ghana is looking forward. So, yensa, and I say Ghana, yensa asha say kebi. Ghana went to IMF for 3 billion. Enti, Chelsea Sassika anka anya ansaya, and Kasasika Dahua, and IMF grano, and any necessary to go to IMF. Minority will stands on a techie to speak, but then on basis on Mujina so they can say in America about they should go back to 2022, 2021, and then 2020. Buying during the COVID-19 pandemic time, no, or more allowances, or more ATR, or more the bills, maybe air check, and the Kakan no, or Monko check, baby, scan free buyer, yeah, the Sergio Median, and son of Moby become among the Abetuja. And some America, Dennis Abuaje, presidential staff, or the air to Jar, Yedi Munchimu, the Mamo, and no ha, a news.